You might believe that nuclear weapons are the most dangerous force on Earth, but that belief is outdated. Today, the most powerful weapon doesn't explode, it doesn't make noise, and it doesn't leave smoke behind. It's cyber warfare, a weapon capable of shutting down countries, collapsing economies, and exposing the most powerful governments in the world. And in this video, you'll hear the true story of how a teenager forced the CIA into panic, not with bombs, not with missiles, but with a keyboard. The concept of hacking didn't begin as a crime. In 1955, at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, scientists ran the first controlled hacking experiment. Their question was simple: can a system be breached remotely? The answer changed the world forever. From that moment, hacking evolved from research into power, and power always attracts attention. Over the decades, hacking became more advanced, more organized, and far more dangerous. By the early 2000s, governments realized something terrifying: digital systems were no longer tools. They were targets. Today, every major country has a cyber army. Their mission is simple: defend national systems and attack digital enemies. The United States, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, all of them are engaged in constant cyber conflict. Banks alone face hundreds of thousands of attacks every day. If a global bank were ever fully compromised, the world economy could freeze within minutes. This is why hackers are now considered weapons of mass disruption. Hackers are usually divided into three categories: white hats, legal hackers working for governments and corporations; gray hats, independent hackers who test systems without clear permission; and black hats, the most dangerous of them all. Black hat hackers don't seek permission. They seek control. Some black hats want money. Others want chaos. And a few want something far more dangerous: recognition. In 2008, in the state of Virginia, there was a child known online as Default. He was only 8 years old. His father worked in technology and introduced him to computers early. What began as curiosity quickly turned into obsession. By the age of 10, Default was learning encryption on his own. No teachers, no schools, no guidance, just raw talent. He wasn't hacking for money. He wasn't hacking for fame. He was hacking to understand how systems think. Default eventually joined a small, underground hacker group. Their main focus wasn't attacks, it was cryptocurrency mining. They built massive botnets, networks of compromised computers, and used them to mine Bitcoin. Default reportedly mined over 1,000 Bitcoins. He encrypted his entire system so deeply that unlocking it took over 30 minutes. The digital world, he was invisible. In one incident, he erased millions of dollars in student debt from a compromised university system, not for profit, but to prove a point. In 2014, Denmark passed a law that triggered global outrage. Default and his group reacted instantly. Government websites collapsed, public systems failed, digital services went offline. The message was clear: reverse the law. Within days, Denmark complied. The attack stopped. At just 14 years old, Default had forced the government to change its laws. In 2013, the CIA expanded its surveillance programs. Default saw it as an abuse of power. Together with a British hacker known as Kraka, he planned the unthinkable. They targeted the CIA. Using publicly available information, they accessed the email of a senior intelligence official, password reset, and limited code attempts. The system failed. Once inside, everything opened: CIA data, war documents, Guantanamo files. They even contacted the CIA director directly. When asked what they wanted in exchange for stopping, their response was shocking: $5 trillion. The United States entered a state of panic. Officials feared hackers might gain control of nuclear defense systems. Automatic systems were temporarily shut down. Russia was blamed. Russia denied everything. The pressure was unbearable. Eventually, the surveillance program was canceled, and the leaks stopped. Default didn't fall because of technology. He fell because of trust. One night, he told a friend everything. The next day, authorities were informed. Both Default and Krakow were arrested. Because of their age, their identities were sealed forever. Some believed they were imprisoned. Others believed they were recruited. To this day, no one knows the truth. But one lesson remains undeniable. Cyber weapons are more powerful than nuclear weapons because they don't destroy cities. They control systems. And the next global conflict may not start with an explosion, but with a teenager sitting behind a screen. Subscribe for real hacking stories and stay safe online.